Alright guys, welcome to another video. So today I've got for you the long lost issue number 3. So I've had problems doing this. This is issue 3 of the test run, and because they don't do the test run round where I live, I've had to buy them off of eBay. Now I couldn't get a copy of the sprue to go with this, so I had to buy a box of Castigators with Gryph-hound, because that is basically the sprues that we get with this issue. So I had to buy them separately. But anyway, let's get into it and see what we've got. In fact, just before we do that, I'll just give you a bit of news that has come out about Mortal Realms. So it has now been confirmed that the test was indeed a success, and it will be coming out early next year. There's no confirmed dates, but it will probably go hand in hand with the end of Warhammer 40k Conquest, which I believe is probably going to finish about March time. Anyway, with that in mind, let's have a look at what we've got. Battle games in the Age of Sigmar, Castigators and Gryph-hound, painting Stormcast Eternals, and a shooting playthrough. Interesting. So, ready, aim, fire. This issue of Mortal Realms comes with your first shooting unit, Stormcast Eternals Castigators. Shooting is an important part of Warhammer Age of Sigmar, as it allows you to attack enemies that are far away. Once you have read about, built and painted your Castigators, you'll get to try shooting for yourself in this issue's playthrough. Happy hobbying. Okay, so what have we got? Storm hosts. Read about the vast armies in which Sigmar's mighty Stormcast Eternals fight, the Storm hosts. Hammers of Sigmar. The first and most famous of the Storm hosts, the golden armoured Hammers of Sigmar, have won many famous victories across the realms. Castigators, a bit about our new guys. Nighthaunt processions. The Nighthaunts drift across the battlefield in ghostly armies known as processions. Learn how these gruesome armies are organised. Then how to build our dudes, how to paint them, and then we've got a playthrough, issue number 3. So let's read a little bit about the Storm hosts. Stormcast Eternals are organised into fighting forces known as Storm hosts. These Storm host armies are so disciplined and well organised they can take on and defeat enemy forces that greatly outnumber them. Storm hosts can be found fighting in the name of justice and order across the realms. So that's good. And then we've got some of our different types, so different kind of paint schemes and that. So we've got the Hammers of Sigmar, Hallowed Knights, Anvils of the Heldenhammer, Astral Templars, and Knights Excelsior. Next up, we've got the Hammers of Sigmar. The Hammers of Sigmar were the first of the Storm hosts to be hurled into the mortal realms. The Hammers of Sigmar bleed and die every day in the name of Sigmar. Very nice. So now we've got the Castigators. Castigators are powerful ranged troops that support their allies with devastating weapons known as the Thunderhead Great Bows. These magical bows fire bolts that can strike even the ghostly warriors of Nighthaunts, blasting the spirits apart in an explosion of blazing blue light. A single volley of fire from a group of Castigators can banish dozens of murderous spirits in seconds. Now we've got the processions, Nighthaunt processions. After the Necroquake, the Nighthaunt attacked the living in a blind rage. Nagash appointed a new commander for his ghostly forces, Lady Olinda, Mortarch of Grief. Thanks to her great power, Nagash is able to order his ghostly armies wherever they are needed. Very interesting stuff. So it's got different things about the processions there. So we've got the Shroud Guard, the Chain Guard, Death Riders, the Condemned, Execution Hordes, Death Stalkers, and Shrieker hosts. And then we've got how to build the guys that we got today. Then a bit on how to paint them. Okay. The fighting escalates. Reinforcements. Anastasia, Starstrike and her Sequitors are being swarmed by evil spirits. Thankfully, reinforcements have arrived in the shape of a unit of Castigators. Accompanied by a deadly Gryph-hound, these warriors provide covering fire allowing Starstrike's warriors to fall back and regroup. The Nighthaunt, meanwhile, continued to gather in the darkness, moving in for the kill. So the Castigators are up against the Chain Rasps in this fight. It tells us where to place our troops and how to do their attack. So their weapons are each Castigator may make a ranged attack against any enemy. Castigators each get one attack with their Thunderhead Greatbows. Pick up 1 dice for each Castigator that can attack. And then it takes you through that. And then it takes us also through the Gryph-hound and the Chain Rasps attack, and how that works. So that is very good. So we've got some stuff here for the War Scrolls that gives us some of our stats and ability, which is good. And so basically what we've got there is our next 2 issues. Issue 4, which I've already done a video for. If you want to see that, look through my previous videos and you'll find it. And then we've got issue 5, which is Xandria Azure Bolt. Now I believe, I'm pretty certain, that she is a bespoke sculpt just for this range. So she's not available in the shops or anything like that. I know in Warhammer 40k Conquest, I think their issue 5 was one of the Lieutenant Calcius, who again I don't believe has been available anywhere else other than the Conquest magazines. And Xandria Azure Bolt is exactly the same. Right, okay, so that's a good issue. I like it a lot. Now let me start. I'll build up these guys and we'll come back and have a look at them. Okay, and just before we look at these, I just want to remind everyone that I will be running through Mortal Realms issues number 1 to whatever it turns out to be. So if it's the same as 40k Conquest, it'll be 80 issues, but we will see how it goes. And I think that maybe they haven't told us how many issues it will be, just for their own purposes of seeing how it's going to go. If anything, Conquest has been kind of calculated what's going to come out and when, and particularly what's in the magazines, so as they can get real volumes of, you know, a painting guide, a assembly guide, a kind of history and lore book and the rules and that kind of stuff. So that's been really worked out. I'm not sure how it's going to pan out over time with Mortal Realms, but I'm hoping they do, you know, another 80 issues, and I'll be interested to see what happens next after that. So yeah, if you subscribe to this channel, you will definitely be seeing every issue of this that ever comes out in the future. Let's have a look at these Castigators and Gryph-hound. So they are very nice models, very, very easy to put together. So I put together all 4 of these in about 10 minutes. So very, very simple. No fears like there was with the Chain Rasps, that because they were push fit, some of the parts were very, very delicate and felt like they were going to break. And in fact, when I was doing it, in one case they did break. But there's no fear of that here. These are much more sturdy and these are still push fit. I may go back and glue them anyway, just for reassurance. So that's our Castigators and this is our Gryph-hound. It's very nice. But that's it. So that is issue number 3. So what do I think of the first 4 issues? I think it's very good, really. I think we've done well with what we've received so far. So we got the Castigators, we got the Chain Rasps, we got the Glaive Wraith Stalkers, I believe they were called. We got our standard Stormcast Eternals, the Sequitors. What else did we get? I'm sure we got something else. Of course, how could I forget the Mymorn Banshees? But yeah, I think it's a really, really very good start. Impeccable value for money to start with, really. So for example, this set, you can buy just the figures for around about the £8 mark, or £7.50, meaning that this part you get pretty much for free. Issue number 1 was incredible value. I think it was about 15 models there. Mymorn Banshees, again, they come at a similar price to this, but you get so much more content in terms of the magazine. We've had some dice, we've had a nice big battle mat and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's a solid start for me to Mortal Realms. If you're missing any of the other videos, look back, pass through my other videos. I'll set up a playlist for these videos as well, so they'll be in one place. But yeah, I will be back again soon. What I will do is I will re-review everything when it comes back out. So we've got a fresh start. We'll have weekly videos and we'll start straight back from issue number 1 again. And how I'll make it different is for the first month, I'll do a special competition just for that. And the prize will be all 4 of the first issues. So be sure to check back when this launches properly next year. So just subscribe to the channel so I can let you know when that comes out. But thank you very, very much for watching, guys. I am very much looking forward to this kicking off, and I hope you'll be there with me. See you later.